He was like a god walking amongst mere mortals. He had a voice that could make a wolverine purr, and suits so fine they made Sinatra look like a hobo. In other words, Ron Burgundy was the balls.
I look good. I mean, really good. Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Ribs. I had ribs for lunch. That's why I'm doing this.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
How much time? 30? 30 seconds. I'm on right now. I don't believe you. What?
Oh, come on, Audrey. I look like hell. I got bags under my eyes. What's that? Well, if you were a man, I would punch you. I'd punch you right in the mouth. That's Bush. Bush League. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. You hear me? Audrey! Look at me!
I'm sorry.
All right, I'm sorry.
Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ho ho!
We're on in 5, 4...
Good evening, America, Canada, and parts of Mexico. I'm Ron Burgundy, and tonight we'll be bringing you a story of lust, love, betrayal, violence, and gluttony. Hey, I'm Nick Carraway. I'm in limbo because I have horrible, rotten friends. When I moved out east, I met up with my cousin Daisy and her husband. They're horrible people. Tom is just terrible. And Daisy, don't even get me started. Whew, my family. Then, there's my neighbor, also my best friend now in New York City. Now, he is Gatsby. Gatsby was a romantic, if there was ever such a word for it. And his one crime was being too lustful. Although Gatsby wasn't really that bad of a guy. My one compliment to him, which I wasn't happy I said, was that they're a rotten bunch, my friends. Now, after the whole yellow car, death, Myrtle, and then the killing of Gatsby, my friend, the East was just haunted for me. Like that distorted, beyond my eyes, power of corruption. So when the blue smoke of the brittle leaves was in the air, and the wind blew, the wet laundry stiff on the line, I decided to go back home. I just couldn't deal with the horrible people of the East. Being a Westerner, I had some deficiency. I couldn't handle it, couldn't roll the crowd. I'm not. So here I am in limbo, guilty by association, just a bystander through it all. Gatsby's the name, old sport. Here we are in hell. What for? Being a lustful man, a romantic, a true man, if there was ever such a thing. My only crime was loving Daisy.
One night in Louisville, 5 years ago, Gatsby found himself at Daisy's house by colossal accident.
I went to her house first with some of the officers from Camp Taylor. I've never been in such a beautiful house before.
His uniform hid the truth that he was a penniless young man.
I knew that I could climb. But I could only climb if I climbed alone. I knew that when I kissed this girl,
He knew his mind would never again be free to romp like the mind of God. That falling in love would change his destiny forever.
And I just let myself go.
Would have done anything for her. And if loving a woman is a crime, feeding yourself is one too. But in the end, it got me killed, got me thrown in this hellhole, and what for? Nothing. Nothing but suffering. I believed in the green light, the orgasmic future that year by year recedes before us. Walls came shattering down. My demise. Now I'm a failure. A man who can't even love a woman. All that hero sport. Right here. This very spot. Hell.
Hi, I'm Daisy. Now I'm in this circle of hell for being a gluttonist. I was frivolous with money, and that's all I cared about. You know, I guess in a sense, I was a fool. But you know, I once said about my daughter that I hope she'd be a fool. That's the best thing a girl can be in this world, is a beautiful little fool. Looking back on my life, that's just what I was, a fool. Now I had a chance to be happy, have love, but then I had one chance. I had to shape my life. Immediately, the decision must have to be made. Now I had the decision to be in love, but I decided to give it up for money. Could have been in love with Gatsby when I was a younger girl. Now, I had to shape my life. And immediately, the decision must be made by some force of love and money. And that money was so close at hand. But then again, one more time.
Imagine me and you, I do.
I'm certainly glad to see you again.
I think about you day. It's only right.
I'm certainly glad to see you as well.
So happy together.
I wish we could just run away. I've just heard the most shocking thing.
I gave up on love. I had a chance to run away with Gatsby, but I gave it up. And went back home with Tom. That awful, horrible, betrayed man. Money's more important to me than true love. And it's something I have to regret, but it's something I'm gonna have to live with in this circle of hell for gluttony.
Hello there, my name is George. I'm in this circle of hell for committing violence as an aggressor against my fellow man. And now it was my wife Myrtle that was having the affair, and one day she ran out in front of a car.
As Gatsby and Daisy drove on through the cooling twilight towards death.
Don't you lie to me! Hey, where'd you get these from? You might fool me, but you don't fool God! God sees everything! Ah! Run out!
was hit dead instantly. Dead, boom, dead instantly. So then I was struck by grief. So then I decided I had to have my revenge on her murderer.
Gatsby's. I know Mr. Gatsby will be very happy that you've called.
So I went to kill Mr. Gatsby. So it was the chauffeur that heard the shot. Then they found my body a little later in the grass, a little way off. And then the whole Holocaust was complete. So here I am in hell, another man, another aggressor who commits violence against his fellow human beings. No real good come out of it. Tom Buchanan's the name. And here we are. Treachery. The deepest bowels of hell. Yes, well, you and I are both asking the same question. What did I do to get here? Some would say that I'm the worst of the worst, the scum, the villainy. That I am treacherous against my wife, my friends, and anyone and everyone I know. My treacheries against my wife stem from our honeymoon, where I cheated on her for the first time. Then, after the honeymoon, I got myself a mistress.
Buchanan! Candy?
No, thank you.
No?
Mrs. Wilson?
Okay.
Nick Carraway.
Oh, a pleasure.
Nick's the writer.
Oh.
Oh, I'm in Bonds, actually.
I want you get on the next train.
Now?
Yes.
Can we get the dog for the apartment?
Whatever you want.
Hey, Mr. Buchanan! You want a soda?
I'm fine.
No?
Call your sister if you like him.
No. That's all right, thank you.
Catherine said to be very good looking by people who ought to know.
Oh, really, I can't.
Hey, you want to embarrass Myrtle? That's rude.
That night, in the hidden flat that Tom kept for Myrtle, we were buoyed by a sort of chemical madness, a willingness of the heart that burst thunderously upon us all.
Now, the fact that I had a mistress was insisted upon. My acquaintances resented the fact that I turned up in popular restaurants with her. Then came the day of Myrtle's death. It was Daisy, who drove Gatsby's yellow car and struck her dead instantly. But then George Wilson, the man I took advantage of, my greatest betrayal, if I must so say it myself. So then, the day after, he showed up at my door. And what else was I to do? I told the truth. He was crazy enough to kill me with a gun in his hand. What did I tell him? Of course I told him a lie. That Gatsby is driving the car. Gatsby must have been the one that was having the affair with Myrtle. Gatsby was the one that killed Myrtle. Gatsby is the man that George wants. So he did it. Boom. One to old Gatsby. Boom. One to himself. So here I am, freezing myself off, right here in the bowels of hell. It's ironic to think the deepest, darkest parts of hell, the fiery hole, is nothing more than a tundra, a sheet of ice.
They were careless people, Tom and Daisy. They smashed up things and people and retreated back into their money and their vast carelessness, and let other people clean up the mess they had made.
That's all, folks.
I ain't got time for you, baby. Either you're mine or you're not. Make up your mind, sweet baby. Right here, right now is all we got. A little part.